Hey, welcome to Credit Makes Sense with Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista, where we answer your questions about money, credit, and everything in between. Today, we are talking about credit monitoring and if it is necessary for you to have one. For those of you who don't know me, I am Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista on M&H Financial Services, a financial education services firm that helps women and couples over 30 to create custom credit solutions that they can crush their financial goals. Also on the bomb.com Financial Empowerment School, Credit on Fire Academy, where we teach our students how to master their money, destroy their debts, and soar their credit scores so they can leverage it to create wealth. And I also run the amazing free Facebook community, Credit Makes Sense Prosperity Partners, and this question actually comes from one of our members there today. So let me read the question as I always do verbatim. Hi, Netiva. I'm currently spending about a little under $40 on MyFICO.com to monitor my credit, and it has becoming quite the expense. I am not looking to buy anything anytime soon. I just wanted to monitor my true or real credit report because everyone else was saying that the other ones were fake. Do I really need credit monitoring? What is the point? I am sick of paying for something, although I do like seeing all my credit scores move in the right direction. Help a partner out. I love that ending. So let's make sense of some things. Do you need to monitor your credit? Absolutely. Have you seen all these breaches? And that's all of the ones that are like publicly advertised. Imagine the ones that are like low key. You're low key notified. Like I remember one time, I didn't even know Chase was had a breach. And then, I started getting like little notes in the mail and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So you tried to keep this real low key quiet before it became public, right? So imagine how many of those actually happen. So you definitely want to monitor your credit and not just your scores because of the actual data that you're able to get. And so I know some banks and even some credit card companies offer free scores, but some even offer free monitoring. So check with that. If you've been a victim of a breach, the Equifax, I know, was offering free credit monitoring. So definitely see if you qualify for something like that to kind of chop the bill a little bit. Now, I do love MyFICO for the simple fact or the simple reasons that you mentioned, which is if you're buying a home, buying a car in the near future, it's worth the investment to see how you fare on the score that the lenders will be using. However, you are not doing that. And I know you want to see your FICO score, as some people say, my real score. However, monitoring the data, and if the data is on point, then it's going to score well no matter which model that you're using, as long as your data. Because remember, the score algorithm that they're using, it's scoring the data. The score doesn't exist without the data. So you want to monitor the data. And you can do that free with companies such as Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, Experian has an app now. So those are just some of the ways that you can get free access to your credit data. Now, I will say, you mentioned that your scores are moving in the right direction. So that means that you are working on your credit. So if that's the case, we do, as credit professionals, use credit monitoring as well, because there's certain information that you can have access to before the bureaus actually send in your response. So for example, we dispute on your behalf, it gets sent in the mail, and it takes anywhere from like 35 to 45 days for the answer to come back in the mail with the physical paper response. We can know what's going on beforehand just by going onto your credit monitoring report. We'll know if they put it in disputes when they actually physically got the dispute letter. We'll know if it was verified, if it was deleted. We'll know what you are doing as far as if you're making inquiries and applying for stuff that you shouldn't be. If you're paying down the balances as we have advised, or your balance is increasing. So it kind of gives us a peek into what's going on with your credit habits while we're working on your file. You, since you're working on yours, and you're actually doing the work, you can actually use it for the dispute section. Did it get deleted? What happened to my points after my score after it was deleted? Was it verified? How did the inquiry affect my score? So those are the type of things that you can use if you're appearing. Now, on the flip side, there's also something else that I like credit monitoring for, and that's notifying us if something is amiss before we're affected by it. So, for example, if someone was trying to use your credit for something, you would get notified by a new address being added to your credit file, a new inquiry being notified. So you can kind of nip it in the bud beforehand. However, if you have like a identity theft protection program, they usually come with, or you can add on credit monitoring for a more affordable price, and you probably won't need both. And they notify you like right when something happens, so you're not reactive versus proactive. So that's one of the things that I like about underneath theft protection. I think I got an article somewhere too. I'll actually post it below this video so you can kind of review and look over it and see what's what. But do you need credit monitoring? I would definitely be monitoring your credit. If you're not buying something, I would try to access that data for as affordable as possible. As I mentioned, the free stuff that's out there, rock with those and just look at the, monitor the data. And then when you're ready, so congrats on working on the credit before you actually need it, right? So that's a good preparation stage. So when you are ready, that good credit will be there for you. So hopefully this helps you make sense of some things. If you need help making sense of some things, I'll let the email address below, social@mnhfinancialservices.com, where you can send your question to, and I'll answer them during our Credit Makes Sense segment. If you need one-on-one assistance soaring your credit scores, mastering your money, destroying your debt, or soaring your credit scores, I'll let the link for that below. We'd love to help you get to that next level. Chat soon.